question before we open it up is, what advice do you have for the leaders in the room on these particular issues? What's one action, what's one thing that if people walk away with one insight, what is it that we need to think about? What can leaders be doing?
Well, I'm going to go back to what I said at the very beginning, which is take action. Don't talk. Do. And that's the number one advice, is do things. And that's what makes a difference in the world. There's too much talk. There's too much hand waving. There's too much rage. Let's go do things. And that's what makes a difference.
And I think I can only give the advice to you that I give to myself. And that's about how I think about things. And the sentence I like to use is, I choose to view the world from a perspective of abundance. It's one perspective on the world. You have to understand that there are many others. And that if you truly believe in abundance, you know that there's tons of opportunity. And, the pie can be bigger, and, new things will come up. And, don't get me wrong, I grew up in India. Scarcity was sort of 1 inch away from me every day of the year. And scarcity taught me a lot of good things. It taught me how to negotiate. It taught me how to be efficient. But I think abundance taught me to go and discover new things and find new ground, find growth, and find opportunity, and find the good in people. So as long as I can have that mindset of abundance, I look at the current time and I think of a world, whether I think of the last 50 years or the last 6 months, I see CEO confidence higher, employment better, people are healthier in the world. I think this is a time of abundance, and we have great tools and capabilities at our disposal as senior leaders now that the generation before us didn't have, and we have an impact and ability to influence people much, much faster than we used to be able to do in the past. So, let's not think of it as challenging. Let's think of it as abundant, and let's go make things happen.
I would say be thoughtfully proactive, and I think that when I say thoughtfully, you can apply whatever framework, if it's the one I mentioned earlier in terms of substantive, unique, and good for the company and team. And proactive is an overused word, but I think that with these issues, and with, you mentioned social media, and as the millennial on the panel, we live in a very reactive world, and there could be 1,000 issues that you could respond to today. And I think it's actually important not to respond. Oftentimes you will engage in an issue that is out there, but being proactive, not reactive, I think are actually, when you look at the Me Too movement with Susan Fowler, who started Uber, those were proactive moves. And I think that the proactivity in terms of not just responding, but proactively engaging, I think is really important.